Hello and welcome to chair yoga. Begin by adjusting your chair so that you have space, so that you can extend into your arms. Place your feet with intention, lifting your toes, flattening across the balls of your feet, and settle your sits bones clearly against your seat. Stand up nice and tall on those sits bones, stacking your shoulders and your ears. Take a deep breath in. Just allow yourself to inhabit your body in this space. As you exhale, soften, letting your weight drop down into the sits bones. Feel a gentle lift in the crown, softening the shoulders away from the ears. We'll begin by taking the arms to the side. Inhaling up, deep breath in. Exhaling, drawing the arms forward, pulling the belly back and tucking the chin into the chest. Clasp the hands. Pull the shoulder blades apart. Inhale, open. Exhale, down. Flip the palms so that your shoulder blades slide down your back and your heart lifts. Inhale, up, gaze up. Clasp the hands. Tilt to the side, keeping your sits bones grounded, gazing up underneath your armpit. Inhale back to center. And exhale to the other side. Inhale back to center, float the arms back down. Good, scoop the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Now we'll swim the spine forward and back. Heart lifts, heart drops. Tune into the action at your pelvic floor, rolling towards your pubic bone, towards your tailbone. And coming to rest on those sits bones, go ahead and stack the joints once again. Deep breath in and reset. Settling into your intention, lift and flatten across the toes. Inhale here. Lean forward, hinging at the hips, placing your elbows on your knees. Take a moment just to tune into your neck and make sure that it's in line with your spine. Cast your gaze toward the floor. We're going to drop the heart. Let your shoulder blades roll up onto your back ribs and then press and lift. Do this nice and slow, like you're a lizard on a rock, articulating from the shoulders. Coming back to center. Drop your right shoulder towards your left knee. Gaze back behind you. Take a deep breath in. Coming back to center. Drop the left toward the right. Take a deep breath in. Feel the expansion of the rib cage. Inhale back up to center. We're going to do that again, only this time you're going to take a bind. So taking your left hand to your right shoulder. Drop into that and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Inhale Now place your hands stacked, one on top of the other. You're going to take the top elbow towards the sky and feel the rotation of your thoracic vertebrae. Take it nice and slow. You don't have to go as far as you can the first time. We'll do this 3 times so you can go incrementally a little bit deeper. Rest and reset. Rest and reset. Good. Coming back to center, resettle yourself with your other hand on top. And follow your breath. Make the movements slow and deliberate, leading with the elbow. Let your gaze follow. Each time maybe leading a little bit deeper. And coming back to center. Good. Press your heart towards the sky and then drop it. Now take a little bit of a wider stance. Walk your hands down between your legs if that's comfortable. If it's not, you can just stay on your elbows on your knees. We're just going to sway here and kind of feel into the hips a little bit. And then we're going to play with the placement of the hands so you can walk your hands forward as far as they will go. Walk them back to center. Walk them back as far as they will go. Drop into the weight of the head. Walk it back to center. And then we're going to walk it to the left. You can take a bind by bringing your right hand to your left ankle, if that feels comfortable, and just drop into that. Come back to center. Reset with your breath, and then walk it to the right. Using your breath to create space. Walk it back to center. Press into your feet and roll up nice and slow, elbows to the knees. And then press the rest of the way up. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Check in with your neck. Notice how everything's feeling. And then settle into a moment of stillness just to let your blood flow reestablish itself and just tune into your sensations. Walk the feet back to a parallel position and place them comfortably. Scoot yourself out to the edge of your chair as though you were going to stand up, because you will be standing up. Bring your arms down to the side. We're going to begin by just finding some momentum. Just notice how my shoulders lift and fall. Find your breath. And then we're going to take that momentum into a standing position. Working the hips, the knees, the ankles, generating a little heat. Good. Now just go ahead and let the arms drop. Find that momentum. and let it come to a still point. Anchor your sits bones towards your heels, draw your belly into your spine and slide your shoulder blades down your back. Flip the palms. Feel the heart lift. Inhale up. And exhale. Let yourself come back to a seated position. We're going to do a little stretching of the legs now. So we'll start with the hamstrings, bringing one leg forward, shift off to the side so that your sits bone is very clear. And then we're going to inhale the same arm up. Left arm up, left leg out. Find this nice long line. And you can support that with your hand on your opposite knee. We're going to start to just flutter forward. You don't have to go to your toe. See where you go. And inhale back up. And we're going to do this for a little while, just feeling our way a little deeper into the stretch, increment by increment. Now begin to point and flex your toe, neuroflossing that leg. We're going to inhale, lift as the toe's pointed. Exhale, pull the toe back and reach toward it. Combining the toe pointing and the reaching. And maybe eventually you touch your toes. Good. Drop it down, draw it back. Take a moment just to notice. Deep breath in. Reset. Placing your other leg long. Make sure that your knee and your toes are pointing towards the sky. And make sure that adjust your seat so that your sits bone feels clear. You're not pinching anything. Your opposite foot is like a kickstand, just holding you in place. We'll start without the neuroflossing. So just the flutter up and down, feeling your way into the stretch. Making sure you feel supported by your opposite hand and your opposite leg. Now go ahead and start pointing and flexing. Pointing as your arm goes up and flexing as your arm goes down. Inhale back up, float the arm down, and help the leg back. Slide it back to center. Take a moment just to notice. Reset with your breath. Scoot towards the edge of your seat. You're going to take a wide stance, arms together, right down through the legs. As you open the arms, you're going to draw the legs together. As you close the arms, you'll let the legs come apart. So sort of like a seated jumping jack, engaging the core, Tune into what's happening in your spine, in your brain, in your breath, in your heart. Good. Coming back together, we're going to take the hands onto the knees. You're going to aim your left shoulder towards your right knee and then sweep down through the center, aiming your right shoulder towards your left knee. Find your breath and merge that motion. Inhaling and exhaling. Let the movement become organic. Just letting your head drop into gravity if that feels good. Come back to center. Take a moment to ground in case you got a little dizzy. Reset with your breath, and then we'll do the other direction. So aiming your right shoulder towards your left knee, sliding down and around and through. Remember, motion is lotion. If it feels sticky or glitchy, just keep going. Try to find a way that you can make it feel fluid. Nice. All right. Now, keeping this wide stance, right angle, you're going to straighten the opposite leg. Make sure again that your seat is clear of any pinching against the chair. And we're going to initiate by taking your belly button and aiming it towards your bent leg knee. Then hinge forward at the hip and feel into the stretch. The stretch should be in this inner thigh. So breathe into that. For some people, this may already be enough of a stretch, and you can just stay here and breathe. Maybe explore where your head feels the best. Maybe explore lizard on a rock. If it feels good and you're comfortable, you can take it all the way down, framing your foot. And breathe. If you're comfortable with this, you may want to bring your hands to the inside of the foot and come a little bit lower, bending the elbows. Drop into it gradually. Listen to what your body is telling you. Bending the elbows, pressing the floor away. Feeling the length of that straight leg and the stretch in the inner thigh. If you want to make that stretch even more intense, you can contract the quad, pulling the kneecap up, and that'll intensify the stretch. If you're comfortable with it and you want to walk it around, you can walk it around gently towards the straight leg. Walk it back. When you come back out of it, press into your standing foot. Place your elbow to support yourself. Back up to a seated position and slide it back to center. Take a moment just to notice. Appreciate your efforts. If it feels like you need some blood flow in that leg, the stretched leg, then give some thumper. Tune in. Set your intention for the other side by setting your posture. Make sure you've got a right angle for support, a long leg that you're stretching. This leg should be totally free from pinching. When you're ready, initiate that twist by aiming your chest, belly towards the bent leg, and then lean forward, hinging into the hips. You can keep your heart lifted as long as you can. Start to feel into the stretch. Make sure you feel supported with that standing foot. Keep your belly pulled into your spine to support the movement. If it feels comfortable and you want to just drop your head, you can just stay here and sway and breathe. Explore different things that feel good to you. If you would like to, frame your foot. Remember to listen to your body. Follow your cues. If it feels good to walk it around, take it nice and slow. If you want to contract the quad, you can intensify the stretch. Walk it back. Support yourself with your elbow and your knee, coming back up to center. Slide it back. Let's give a little thumper. Both sides. Reset. Track sensation. Scoot to the edge of your chair. Gonna take one leg out, one leg long, just like we did before. Only this time we're gonna tilt to the side. So instead of facing the knee, we're gonna tilt to the side and angle, do a right angle. So we're gonna take the elbow to the knee and then slowly, like the sun rising, just let the arm lift straight up to the sky. And then if it can go further, take it further. Reach from your fingertips all the way to your toes. Find that long line and then slowly draw yourself back out of it. Draw it back to center. Set yourself back up on the other side. Lean, support yourself, heart's lifted. Then just gaze up as the sun rises, straight above, and if you can follow it a little further, pointing your toes, reaching into your fingertips and your toes. Feel the length of your side body. And then slowly come out of it. Draw it back to center. Blood flow, blood flow, blood flow. Gravity drop. Reset with your breath. Stack your joints. Hips, shoulders, and ears. Draw the breath all the way up from your tailbone to your crown. Softening your shoulders down along your back. Take a moment to notice. Now we're going to shift our posture to a side warrior position. So you'll turn all the way to the side on your chair, holding on for balance. You're going to take your front leg into a right angle and your back leg into a right angle. And then tuck those back toes and then slide it long. Feel the stretch all the way down the psoas and the hip flexors. Scoop up the heart, listen to your body. Slide the shoulder blades down your back. Press and release. Press and release, merging the breath with the movement. If you want to add the arm, you can also inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Take it around. Take it to the side. Explore where your arm can go. Take it into a twist. Make sure you're listening to your body. Slide it back to center. Come back to your original seated position. Let's give a little blood flow. Notice the pause between the in-breath and the out-breath. We'll set ourselves up on the other side. 2 right angles. Make sure you're supported. Press back and find the stretch. Try to square your hips towards the front, your shoulders also towards the front, and then bend and straighten. You may just want to stay here, and that's fine. Find your calling. If you want to add the arm, you can. Inhaling, exhaling. Explore a little bit with that arm. Maybe taking it to the side. Maybe taking it in a twist. Support yourself back to center. Let's give everything a little blood flow. We're going to take the feet forward and back. So this movement is for the core. We're going to take the heels forward and the toes back. Good. Come up to a seated position. Nice, solid right angle. Drop into the weight of your body. Find your breath. We're going to slowly lift the right knee and hover over the ground. Feel the engagement of your core and release. Do the other side. A little flex in the foot. Good. All right, coming back to center. You're going to lean back and find an angle. So you're engaged at the core, and then do that same lift and hold. Lift and hold. Drop back up. Reset with your breath. Let yourself back to a deeper angle. Hold. Nice solid strength here. Lift. Don't forget your breath. Good. Draw it back up to center. We're just going to drop the heart back. Swim the spine. Integrate in whatever way feels good. Send that right leg up, bend it, come up into a figure 4 position. We're just going to take the legs side to side and breathe. Feel the femur head rotating back and forth in the hip socket. If this feels comfortable, then you can go ahead and take it a little further, maybe lift and rock. Maybe find some circles. Find the full rotation. Inhale back up to center, lean forward, pull back. Just gently finding where the edge lies for you today. Good, let's go ahead and balance it out. Thumper. Extend, bend, set yourself up, heart lifted, back and forth. Feel into this hip. If that feels comfortable for you, you may want to take it a little bit further. Lifting, rocking the baby. Maybe a little circle. Remember, motion is lotion, lubricating that joint so it can move fully, full rotation. Good, placing it down, heart lifted, lean forward, hinging at the hips. Take it forward and back a few times, approaching your edge, pulling back. And we'll come back up to center. Just a little blood flow here. Gravity drop. Set yourself up against your chair comfortably. Take a moment just to notice. Soften your back body into the support. Tune into your heartbeat. See if you can sense and feel it against the support of the chair. Find a comfortable position for your body to rest for the next few moments. And we're just going to do some manual manipulation, taking your hands and just swiping them down your neck. Tilt your chin up as you pull gently forward along the tissue in the neck, from the back to the front. See if you can really tune into the tissue beneath your fingertips. Next time we come down to the clavicle, rest your fingers on top of your clavicle like it was a shelf, and then press down and draw your shoulders up. And release. Do that a few times just so you can find the feeling of it. Pressing into the tendons that connect to the clavicle. Good. Now take your right hand, press into your forehead and feel your sternocleidomastoid, the muscle that comes along from the base of your ear down to the clavicle. Should pop out if you push into your hand. And you can take your little pinchers and just kind of gently pinch around that muscle. Move it all the way up to the base of the ear. If you get a nice place to pinch that feels comfortable, you can also take your nose and move it like you're saying no. Anything that feels like it's kind of stuck. Try to separate that muscle out. This is the muscle that holds our head up, so it's often very tight from off the forward head motion in our current lives. Good, now take 2 fingers and just circle behind the ear. Now take 2 fingers open and go in front and behind the ear. Open up your jaw. See if your front finger can feel into the masseter muscle. Pulling down, pressing up. Okay, now we'll do the same thing on the other side. Press, feel around. Use your pinchers. Take your head back and forth. Soften your jaw, soften your eyes. Now 2 fingers behind the ear, circles. Two fingers open and closed right in front of and behind your ear. Pulling down and up as you open your jaw. Take 2 knuckles, slide from the center of your chin up along your jawline, and then flip and pull down. We're just tracing the lymphatic drain and just encouraging any fluid that's stuck or trapped up in here, any tight muscles underneath the jaw. Now take your 2 fingers to the back of the skull. Circle on either side where the spine enters. And then stop your circles and just press in as much as you can and circle your nose. Take it in both directions. Good. Let your hands down. Give them a little shake. Sit back. Take a moment to notice. Tune into the awakening. We're going to follow that up with little pinchers on the eyebrows, starting right where your eyebrows meet, and then pinching gently along towards the outer points. Two fingers right in the center. Circle the third eye point. And then 2 fingers open as you press up, or 3 fingers. One finger right into the sinus points and circle. inner corner of the eye. And then you can follow that up with light tapping right underneath the eye. As you get down into the cheeks, you might want to use 2 fingers. Circle at the temples. These are the anxiety points. Just using really light pressure. Grab a hold of the bottoms of your ears. Open up your jaw. Pull it out at the center of the ears. If you can hook in there. Take it to the top of the ears. Pull it up. And finally, if you want, you can take your hand up and over, grab to the top of the ear and the bottom of the ear. Take your upper elbow forward and your lower elbow back. Twist the ear and breathe, open your jaw. Release. Take a moment to notice the heat and the warmth in this area. Track the sensation and then follow it up by balancing it out on the other side. Release. Any last few moments of motion, micro-adjusting, just to find comfort. Deep breath. Soften into stillness.